Liverpool 4, Manchester United 0.
Hello, together and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya. You still wearing the helmet? You took out the helmet already. Okay. If you're new to our channel, please like our videos. Please leave your comments below. And remember, please press the subscribe button and also turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified when we go live or when we release a new video. Hey,
Tak boleh tahan lah return. Okay, sementara tu walaupun dalam kedukaan, kesedihan, tapi kita hidup mesti diteruskan. Tapi kat bawah tu Telegram group, kita ada Telegram group, semua fanatik MU. Selain pada MU pun ada juga, kita ada Liverpool fan, kita ada Spurs fan dalam tu. So masuk dalam tu. Tu ada link kat bawah tu, masuk sekarang.
Okay, guys, before we jump into our usual episode, right, let me just say that collectively, we at JomUnited, we want to express our deepest condolence, all right, to Cristiano Ronaldo and his family, and also other parents out there who are currently going through the same ordeal and also who have experienced a loss of a child. Okay, this is a very, very sad situation for everyone, and also our thoughts and prayers are with you. Okay, so guys, the game this morning, bitter and painful. It's not bittersweet, it's bitter and painful, and it hurts so much. All right. So I'm gonna start off with Eriton first, right? Eriton, this is probably your last episode before you leave United Stand Malaysia and start. Not United Stand, sorry. Leave JomUnited Malaysia and start JomUnited Singapore.
Yeah, JomUnited is going international. I'll be moving across the causeway. It's Singapore only lah, but still, we're going international. Hence why I got my Malaysia kit today lah, because I'll never forget where I came from. Malaysia boleh. First of all, foremost, I would like to, everyone knows my feelings towards Liverpool, how much I despise them, how much I hate them. But that minute of applause at the 7 minute was a touch of class. So kudos to them for that lah. Okay, let's get back to the nitty gritty. Man, what can I say? I mean, I think Roy Keane summed it best when he said at the start of the season, it was anger at the start, and right now it's just pure sadness lah. I mean, you look at Smurf's face, look at Pijal's face. Behind that smile, there is a frown there lah. And he's crying also behind his eyes also. And Dom, look at your face also. Dom, look at the baggy eyes.
I'm always smiling.
We are just hurt. We are just hurt of how the mighty Manchester United have fallen. I mean, my whole life watching Manchester United, I've never seen a bunch of mindless individuals playing on the football pitch. And especially during the 90s and the 2000s when Liverpool were terrible, I don't think they performed this badly when they played against us. Hey, where's your pride? Where's your sense of honor of wearing the badge? When we played those bad Liverpool teams, at least they gave us a fight. There was no fight whatsoever yesterday. Once again, before we go into the players, but Harry Maguire, I'm running out of expletives of how to, I would, Harry Maguire, and Paul Pogba, and if it's your last time putting on a United shirt, good riddance to you lah. Good riddance. 80 million down the drain. Bye. Get out from my football club. Get out from my football club. This magnificent football club is the greatest football team in the world. These players fail to realize that you're playing for Manchester United, the greatest football team on the planet. And you play like that against your bitter rivals. The rivals that, make fun of you. They were shouting, ole, ole, taking the bicky out of the players, basically. And, at the back of their mind, they said, even though United are shit right now, but they still make fun of us. Continue again and again, all the abuse again and again, and you don't put up a fight. Where's your honor in that? Every one of those players need to look at themselves in the mirror and ask themselves, am I earning an honest living? Melayu cakap, ni kerja halal ke tak ni? Sebab ni rasanya macam kerja haram sikit ni. I tell you, I honestly, I don't know how they look at their wives also kadang-kadang.
Okay, Smurf, my question to you: are you more hurt? Obviously, you look hurt, lah, right? So, are you more hurt because due to the results? Because by aggregate, we lost 9-0 to Liverpool this season, or are you more hurt due to the fact of the manner, the way that we actually lost those games?
I'm hurt on both sides, bro. Number one, Liverpool has scored 83 goals so far. I think they played 32 or 33 games, and we have donated 9 bloody goals to them. That's more than 10%. More than 10% of their games pro rate. We have donated 9 goals to them. This is seriously rubbish. Okay. Mo Salah have scored 5 goals aggregate, 2 games away and home. Put it that way, minus that 5 goals, I think that it would be better, because I do not want to see a Liverpool striker or Liverpool player winning the Golden Boots at the end of the day. Number 2, our gameplay yesterday was horrendous. Put it that way. I mean, why are we starting at 3-5-2? I mean, a system that is not familiar. I don't think, and moreover, you are playing Dalot on the left-hand side, and he's not been playing on the left-hand side for a very long time, and bringing back Phil Jones, who could only last 45 minutes. I think if RR really wanted to bring in Phil Jones and test Dalot on the left-hand side, he should have done it against Norwich or some other bottom clubs, not against Liverpool. So for me, I think it's just pure dejection. I'm hurt. I got a lot of WhatsApp messages, even in my office, basically. I mean, you just got to put a stern face, a smiley face, and life goes on. But at the end of the day, it's embarrassing. And knowing that your team, who was once prime, put it away, prime, and you walk into games not asking, are we going to win the game? Are we going to lose the game? The question was, how many are we going to score that game? These days, we are talking about, can we even draw a game? I mean, we're not talking about winning. So this is how low we are. And I think with the formation yesterday in the first half, it was no help. Ralph Rangnick got it totally, absurdly wrong.
Okay, Pija, Tanya. All right, so just to add on to what Smurf Baru mentioned, do you think that, obviously we played with the 3 centre-backs, a new formation, formation, so to speak, that we actually tried during training. Apparently, it worked very well, so that's why Ralph actually used it. Okay, so do you think that the circumstances will be different if we didn't have the injuries, with regards to Varane, Luke Shaw, McFred not playing and whatnot, and of course without with Ronaldo in the team? What do you think?
I think memang there are some of the decision yang Ralph Rangnick buat menyebabkan dia main 3 defender tu because of that injury yang happen to the team lah. But then that's not an excuse in terms of just because you don't have the player, you don't have ni. Just play with whatever that you believe that the formation that's gonna work. That's gonna work for the whole team. Bukannya because of dia fikir, sebab aku nak lawan Liverpool, aku nak kena make sure defender compact semua, so aku main 3 je lah. So, but these 11 players yang ada dalam team semalam tu, diorang tak boleh main 3-5-2 ataupun 5-3-2 lah, senang cerita. I pun tak sure kenapa. Surely dia dah tengok the game United in the past this season now. Whereas Ole dah try, there are some situation mana kita dah Ralph Rangnick pun ada try juga main 5. These players cannot play 5. But then I memang buffer lah, macam semua kata lah. Kan? Kalau betul-betul dia nak try this formation 5-3-2, he should have done it masa Norwich tu. Tengok macam mana gameplay. Is it okay tak nak main macam tu? But then suddenly masa lawan Norwich kita main 4-2-3-1. Suddenly 3 days later lawan Liverpool dia dah main 5 back at the back. Dia macam then dia punya press conference argument dia because of masa training hari tu nampak main formation 5 ni works. Hello, come on, you are playing against Rashford, Ilanga and also Sancho as a striker yang akan attack the defender. Those three are not the same level as the players dekat Liverpool punya front three tau. So Come on lah. It works in training doesn't always mean that it's gonna work in the match day lah. So,
Yeah, actually, that was the point I was going to bring up. So Pijal, no, he said it worked well in training. Hey, who are they playing against in training? And you compare again against Salah, Mane and Jota. Ayo, mana otak Mamat ni doh? Dia sinal ke apa? Please go back to retirement lah. Anyway,
itu yang memang fascinating. Bila tengok line up dia, asal dia main lagi tu macam Small kata lah, asal dia mainkan Jones tau. Jones last game was like 2-3 months ago tau. Suddenly dia masuk because of tak ada center back kan. Bailey lah. Bailey pun walaupun kau benci sangat lah dengan Bailey tu, bagi dia main. At least dia dah pernah main. At least Januari masa FCON pun dia dah main. So they have this word, adalah dia dah pernah main dah sebelum ni. Tapi dia lah Phil Jones suddenly idol lah. There's some word dekat Telegram kata kenapa Ralf Rangnick masukkan Phil Jones, because it will be an easy target. Kalau katakan the defense tu fatak, dia boleh keluarkan Jones, masukkan attacking player. Sebab yalah tak mungkin lah dia nak keluarkan Maguire kan. So that's
Jones
why
tak akan lawan balik lah. So to speak, dia tak akan lawan balik lah. Dia punya,
betul.
kalau dia lawan balik, orang pun tak akan take it seriously kan. Pasal dia
betul.
Phil Jones kan.
Yes. Tu dah ada. Tu yang macam
What is your take, Pijal, about Sancho being on the bench and you're starting Ilanga?
For me,
Sancho, basically, he was doing fantastic in this previous game. I wouldn't say fantastic top class or what, but he was one of the best players we had in this previous game. And all of a sudden, you're starting Ilanga ahead of Sancho. I mean, if you did not have Sancho on the bench, I would totally understand if you did not have anybody else on the bench. But you had Sancho on the bloody bench. So, once again, what did Ilanga do better in one session of training? And that impressed Ralf Rangnick. And basically playing 3 at the back, 5 in the mid, one session of training and impressed Ralf Rangnick. And he basically starts this bloody formation against Liverpool. Where is his mind to start off with?
I think Smurf earlier on in the episode when we review the Norwich game, right, I think it was Josh who actually mentioned that we shouldn't play with a 3 centre back. We should just stick with what we are familiar with, because our players obviously they don't have the tactical ability, understanding of any new formation or tactics, especially now when they
have the bloody football IQ.
With their confidence shot down as well. They cannot digest. They just cannot do it whatsoever. Pijal, you wanted to say something? Go ahead.
Tak, lagi satu yang I tak faham dia tu. Kalau katakan betul-betul dia tak ada player yang boleh main, kenapa dia letak Teles dan juga McTominay dekat dalam bench? Kalau betul-betul diorang tak boleh main, letak diorang dekat reserve ke, tak payah main, bring on the youth, masukkan je. Walaupun kita nak orang kata fake hope for this youth player dan diorang mungkin boleh main ke tak boleh, at least we know Ralf Rangnick memang nak try bagi experience to them. What will be like playing against Liverpool? What will the atmosphere like playing against Liverpool? Duduk kat bench, nampak all the cop fan dekat kiri kan, diorang boleh nampak at least dapat experience. Suddenly tak ada player tapi boleh letak Teles dengan McTominay kat dalam bench. I mean, like, if you are good enough on the bench, then you are good enough to play the game tau. Itu yang my argument.
No, but for me, Ralf Rangnick is different, bro. You don't play for 3-4 months and all of a sudden you be a first 11 and only play for 45 bloody minutes.
Yeah, correct. I think that statement that Pija actually shared from the Telegram group, I think there's some truth to it. Because as much as possible, we are pretty much a PR type of team. We need to cover our asses in case anything like this happens. Right, so actually another thing just to share with you guys, actually I've been getting quite a few PMs and whatnot, right? People asking me that, hey, Coach Tom, aren't you embarrassed that, before the game, you came up saying that, you're going to draw this game or we're going to win 2-1 and whatnot. I stand, again, I don't feel embarrassed of saying that and whatnot, because, again, I'm a United fan. I believe in the team and whatnot. The one that should be embarrassed through all this ordeal is the players. The players let us down. The players embarrass us. Okay, which leads me to the next question. Ariton, I want to ask you, okay, players let's talk about the senior players, right? I'm going to mention a few names, all right? Give me your take on these few players, right? Number 1, Bruno Fernandes. Okay, you're talking about someone who is, when he came into the club, he was literally the catalyst to, bringing us to, the second position, or was it third position, or whatever it is, all right? Then after that, now you can see as times go on, right, he's basically being pretty much the same substandard as the other players, all right? Marcus Rashford, another one. Recent times, a slump, and then it seems like he's never getting back up again. Okay, and of course, another one is Harry Maguire, right? These 3 players, what's your take on them?
Well, first and foremost, lah. I mean, yeah, I carry the mic already. Yeah. First and foremost, lah. I mean, I echo what you say, lah, Dom, lah. You know, every one of us. Hey, I even say we might just nick it 1-0. That's how much faith we have in the team. That's how much loyalty we have to the team. Because why? We still see something that it can, and also maybe with the whole entire United fan base might just push them, but they let us down time and time again. Bruno Fernandes, you should just shut up and play football and stop apologizing to the fans. How many times have we heard this season already? Oh, the fans deserve this much better. Oh, yeah, we do. But we still stuck by you, man. We still sing at the end of the day. You know, we still sing Glory, Glory, Man United. We still put on our shirts every day. You know, I stupid. That day kena blasa 5-0 also. I still wore United shirt, go to the office. People make fun lah, but still, hey, I'm proud of my football club. I'm proud of what it represents, what it means to me. But these players, that's why I said at the start, look at yourself in the mirror. You guys are multi-millionaires getting paid 2 to 500,000 a week to kick a ball, which you cannot even do. You cannot even get the basics right. Even that, so even if your skill is not there, so lah, you know what I mean, like take a look back to the 80s. Players like, you know, like Paul McGrath, Arthur Elbiston, all those players. I can't recall.
Captain Marvel.
Gary Birtles, all those players, those French players, not that great, you know, in the 80s, but they still went time and time again, and they still had that odd win against Liverpool. We were still a great cup team. But looking at our squad right now, all of them, hey, those players, some of them, I mean, touch wood lah, you know, like some of them are still alive, but they are not rich. But these players are set for life. And you know why? Because those players help build their foundations where these players, these clowns sit upon. And I'm so bloody embarrassed. Embarrassed that all how you represent the football team, the magic of Manchester United. Paul Pogba, you can get the hell out of my football club already. I don't care if you go Man City or so. You've been a fraud ever since you got here. And that, honestly, if he want to learn how to sell an injury, just look at the WWE. When The Rock sells a Stone Cold Stunner, look at that. Oh, the fella go behind that. It didn't even look that bad also. Come on, Paul. You're not kidding anyone. You're not lying to anyone. Bruno Fernandes, stop bloody complaining and play football. We know you're talented, but I don't know what the hell has gone wrong with you. You can, you know what, you can only play Ronaldo. What? But hey, Ronaldo's not going to be here forever. He's not going to play every game or so. Marcus Rashford, you have been just ramming into players for the past 2 years. I've not seen Marcus Rashford beat a football player one-on-one in 2 years. He get the ball ni langgar. Get the ball ni langgar. Things are bambaka, what? All of these players, get the hell out of my football club. I mean, like, we've been talking about Harry Maguire from Kingdom Come. I leave to Smurf because he got more to say about Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
He's the anti-Maguire FC in JomUnited. But the rest of them, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do you deserve to represent Manchester United Football Club? And do you deserve our adoration, our love and respect? Ask yourself that.
Okay, I'm gonna Smurf ready. I'm gonna cue you in now, right? So what's your take? Okay, speaking about Harry Maguire, right? Smurf Maguire. Okay, so what's your take on his comment before the game that he's playing well? Okay, that's why two managers are selecting him constantly. So probably he's talking about Southgate and also at this moment Ralph Rangnick. What's your take on his comment?
And probably Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well, right?
But already gone already lah.
Yeah.
Come on lah, don't bet our friend here lah. Our friend.
This guy is freaking deluded. Put it that way. He is bloody hell deluded. He, for one person, knows that probably the only bloody reason he's bloody starting games is because of the bot. I do not think that Ralph Rangnick is so damn bloody stupid to actually start him game in, game out. But I feel high likely that this is basically an instruction by the bot and you just got to follow. This is Manchester United. This is Manchester United because why? The bot do not want to lose their bloody face that they made a stupid buy, 80 million. They wasted the cash there instead of buying 2 or 3 probably defenders who were much younger, who could be much, much better by now and defending us, unlike one bloody fraud Maguire. This guy is just deluded. Look at the first goal. Look at the fourth goal of Liverpool. He was bloody hell killing Hannibal. What a bloody pass to the line. Put it away. And the first goal, where was he? Where was his positioning? He was just off. He was supposed to be at a little bit more to the
Maguire-
back, but
Maguire
he was
telephone.
what he thinks. He wants to go up front. So for me, I think the best is basically this guy should just leave the club. Shut up. No more PR for Maguire. And just bloody hell leave the club. That's about it. That's about it. By him leaving the club, he does a million or probably a billion people a huge favor. And I probably love him for that by leaving the club. But until now, as long as he's going to be in the club, let me tell you, we are doomed. And that's about it. And moreover, he's the bloody captain of the bloody club.
Smurf, you briefly mentioned about Hannibal just now. Okay, so what's your take, right, of Ralph Rangnick introducing Hannibal in such circumstances? I believe we actually spoke about this in our previous episodes about introducing the youth and whatnot. So do you think that this is like setting up Hannibal with, to get a hit to his confidence? Something like probably last time under Ole, Angel Gomez went through. What's your take on that?
No, I don't think so that Hannibal should actually come in, even though it was just 7 minutes. We were basically 3-4-0 down. There's no point of bringing Hannibal. And look at what happened. Maguire made a fantastic, stupid, idiotic pass. And basically, everybody's going to look at Hannibal because why? He went for the ball. He lost the ball. So everybody's going to blame
Yes.
that little lad. And what's going to happen? You're going to demoralize him. You're going to get his moral down. And he's just going to lose confidence. Why do that? I mean, Hannibal should have, like I mentioned, Hannibal should have started against games like Norwich City, or not started. I mean, come in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, get a feel of the Premier League, the physicality of the Premier League, which I think that he was playing his heart out yesterday. He went in for Henderson, who very good. I mean, I like it. I like it. He went in for Henderson. He was pretty rough, yes, but he was also playing with his heart. So for
Yes.
me, bringing Hannibal yesterday, even for 7 minutes against Liverpool, was a stupid choice. It was a stupid choice to make.
Okay, we got a comment by Martin Long, which pretty much echo what Smurf is saying. Introducing Hannibal in a hostile Anfield, but not at home to Norwich. Of course, we were trailing by 3 goals also, right? Ralph Rangnick, man management is rubbish. Okay, question. All right, next question. Okay, Pijal. Roy Keane actually, in one of the post-match interviews, he actually mentioned that, those days, right, the club, right, players were like worried that, they will be moved on, their contract will be terminated and whatnot. And whereas right now, right, we are so, I mean, the polar opposite, players can't wait to just get the hell out of the club. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's happening to our club? And what's your take on this?
I think everyone knows lah the situation yang sekarang ni, we are playing bad games, we are getting bad results, we are getting the players are not comfortable with the formation, the style of play. Memang semua tak, bila you guys are in that position, nobody likes to be in that tau. Tapi macam lah, all day long memang benda ni dia sebenarnya bukan because of the board, because of this season saja tau. It has been like that ever since Sir Alex Ferguson and also David Gill step down from that chair dekat as a board punya, part of the board punya ni tau. So it has been like 10 years punya orang kata toxicity environment yang dah di-create oleh this our owner ni, menyebabkan players ni macam saya kata tak sabar nak keluar tau. Even it's a great club, the brand is still great, but then the environment sometimes jelah, kalau kita kerja dekat tempat-tempat yang besar-besar pun environment tak sedap, you also as an employee, you pun tak sabar nak keluar kan. So you can't really blame these players yang memang nak keluar lah. But then yalah, macam Roy Keane kata lah, but it's a sad situation kita nak tengok lah. But then still, even though as bad as it gets in terms of the environment, Roy Keane ada sebut juga tau, whatever it is, make sure you as a players, you as a professional players, do the basic rights tau.
Yes.
Memang the words tu memang I memang suka sangat dia kata. Don't think about how to be a good captain. Don't think about how to be a good teammate. Try to improve how to be a good player first. A basic good player yang boleh control ball, yang boleh pass bola biasa, yang boleh hantar long ball biasa. Buat benda basic tu saja. Then all those things yang pasal confidence, also how to be a good captain tu akan datang pada dia. Don't worry about some other stuff. Focus on yourself first. Improve as a player first. Then nanti if you are improved as a player, results are coming in, the environment, the situation, the toxic area tu memang takkan ada dah lepas ni. So Yeah, it's all up to the players. It's all up to the players.
Okay, we got a comment here by Splendid Spy. Heard they plan to offer bet 500k a week. If they actually do that lah, I think seriously, Eric Ten Hag should U-turn lah. We should just leave this club without any manager and let maybe reappoint Ed Woodward as the manager lah. I think that would be the best lah. All right, that would be the best lah.
I
So
mean,
the
if
club
they
is-
want to,
I mean, what's
What do you want?
happening on the pitch is basically running from, coming from the board. It's all coming from the bloody board and coming from the bloody owners. I mean, who in a fine mind would actually offer Paul Pogba 500,000? PSG is not going to offer him 500,000. Look at MC. They have the money. They're not going to offer him 500,000. So why are we even thinking of offering him? Why is this even a topic to offer him 500,000 a bloody week? When he plays for 10 minutes, get injured and walk off. I mean, those were the days. You get, British put it that way. You get a bloody nose, you get a bloody skull, you still stay on the pitch and you fight for the badge. You fight to the very end till the referee blows the bloody whistle. But these days, they are all bloody softies. Put it that way. Bruno was getting pushed around by Henderson most of the time. Most of the game in the first half, he was getting pushed over by Henderson. He got frustrated towards the end. He went and whacked Arnold. Yeah, he went and whacked Arnold. Basically, this is what I'm saying. When Hannibal came in, Hannibal went in for Henderson. It doesn't matter who you are, but if I'm going to play for the badge, I want to win the game, or I want to prove something, I will play with all heart and I will go in for tackles. Unlike Bruno, who was a bloody crybaby last night.
Okay, actually, with regards to the Pogba situation and whatnot, I put my hands up lah. Initially, when Pogba came in, I was caught up with the hype and whatnot. Wow, this guy's a world-class player. Watching all the YouTube videos of Juventus and YouTube. In a way, sometimes it's how to say it blurs our judgment and whatnot. You look at all those fantastic moments and whatnot. But right now that I've grown more matured and more I have more knowledge about football, right? I would prefer to have maybe a player who is maybe 75% of Pogba's ability, but he turns up 100% of the time. Instead of Pogba, who is like 100%, but he turns up maybe 20% of the time. That would actually be the profile of the players that I would be looking at if I'm Eric Ten Hag. Okay, so speaking about Eric Ten Hag, all right, so Eric Ten, all right, now we got two, contrast. We got the negativity of the game, the players, known to, now it's obvious that they are throwing managers under the bus, right? Pretty much every manager under the bus, Ole, Ralph Rangnick and whatnot. Okay, and at the same time, Eric Ten Hag coming in with positivity and whatnot, all right? With the contract discussions and whatnot, he mentioning that he want to have part of the players that we sign, the players that we move out, the players that we maintain their contract and whatnot. So what's your feeling, going into the next season, all right, with Eric Ten Hag taking over the role as the manager of Manchester United? Do you think that do you feel like secure, or do you feel like, all right, finally, we are going to build something, or are you scared knowing that this, the managers getting thrown under the bus, it might happen to Eric Ten Hag as well?
Well, if the same donkeys are still at the club next season, all the best to Ten Hag lah. He might as just write his eulogy for the start with for the future lah. Because if they were willing to offer Paul Pogba 500k a week, for what? For what? What? He's popular with the TikTok crowd. I cannot curse. I'm just trying my hardest not to curse here. Who the hell cares about how many likes he gets on TikTok with his dabs? And he's probably like that one flash of brilliance, and then he will mess up cock up the whole entire game after that. I'm sorry for cursing lah, but I'm honestly speaking lah. First things first, going into next season, get rid of all of these suckers. 90% of them, 95% of them, just get rid of all of them, because if they are still there, probably Ten Hag can just prepare for just rent a hotel room. Don't even need to rent a home in Manchester, because it's not going to be a long ride for him. And also probably buy some black dye hair, so because he's probably going to grow grey hair at the moment he gets into Manchester. Oh wait, he's bald, right?
He's bald. Cream for the face lah. How wrinkly Ole got towards the end of his regime.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, Ariton, I'd like to add about the hotel room when Jose Mourinho was actually living in a hotel.
Yeah.
I think it was a fantastic example. Put it this way, I was talking to a few friends this evening, and we came up to a conclusion, believe the process or whatever process, because at the end of the day, we all know that the board and the owner is basically running the club to the drains. And we're going to bring in Eric Ten Hag, the next manager. He's going to come in. And anybody want to take the next bet that the following manager after Eric Ten Hag gets thrown under the bus would actually be Wayne Rooney?
Probably, yeah. I was going to say it could be another club legend. You took it out of my mouth. Yeah.
It's probably going to be Wayne Rooney. I mean,
Yeah.
we're going to get managers after managers after managers, and it will never end because we have screwed up players on the pitch who do not give their heart. All they want is basically just make sure that my money is transferred to my account every week on time. And if I scored a goal or assisted, I make sure buku lima, you have to pay me the bonuses. Okay, that's about it.
And I want to add as well, that idiot had the gall to say that, hey, they love me 1 week and they hate me the next week, but hey, I'm still getting paid. Who the hell do you think you are, man? Bloody hell.
I thought it was a
Buzz
troll
off.
comment, but I have to like verify it. It was actually what he
It
said,
was
man.
actually what he said.
He's got to
How
buzz off. He's
dare
got to
you?
buzz off. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. That's what I said previously. He is an idiot. I'm so sorry, side, but he is totally an idiot. The other idiot that really needs to walk out of the club is Harry Maguire. Because this guy, as long as he's around, we are doomed. We are doomed.
Okay, we got a comment here by Rob. Got to share this. All right, big protest planned by the 1958 for the Chelsea game got to be the biggest we have seen so far. But hopefully it takes effect. I think this is related to the MUFC, what was that? Trust Mass or something, right? That we
MUST,
actually
yeah.
it's like 1 year after that, right? But there's no news, nothing, right? There's no
It's already
guys
1
in
year.
the comment
Where's
section.
the
Yeah,
shares?
nothing, right? Yeah,
Where's
there's
the shares?
nothing
What is
going on now.
Glazers doing? They are basically hiding and coming out that we probably want to renovate the stadium and stuff like that.
Yes,
This
correct.
is utter bullshit. You are renovating the stadium, but you are basically not renovating the bloody team. The team is basically bunch of idiots. This is what that needs to be renovated. Change the old toilet bowl. Bring in new toilet bowls.
We don't need a new stadium for all these crap players, lah. Basically, that's what Smurf is trying to say, lah. Okay, we got a good comment by moderator. Okay, our friend Pijal is laughing already. Bring back Carrick. I think it might not be a bad idea, to bring back Carrick, especially for the coming Arsenal
like,
and also Chelsea.
Honestly speaking,
No
for
point lah.
United, if Ten Hag, if our direction is hiring Ten Hag, he is a decent manager, and I would say among what's available, he's probably the best of class of what's available. If the board is serious about investing in the right people, do it properly, not just and support the guy, support him, and let him build his vision. Not just, we need to keep this place here because why? He sells more shirts. We might, and also he will get us the African fan base. Who the hell cares? We are Manchester United. We're supposed to be winning on the pitch, not just on the stock market or what have you. Because I don't really care how much. Yeah.
Selling jerseys.
I mean, we will still buy it at the end of the day, lah. Because why? We are fans. We would love to wear the jersey with pride. It means something to us because they think we are stupid enough, even though they don't perform on the pitch, and we'll still buy it, which is honestly true, lah. In the sense,
Every time you should give them the analogy of McDonald's. Those that missed that video that you actually mentioned about McDonald's.
Okay, so what I said was, McDonald's have been producing shit food for the past 30 years. And then
Don't sue us. Don't sue
right?
us.
We still go to them, right? So it's the same thing with Manchester United, lah. We've been playing shit football since Fergie retired, and yet we still flock to them. We still go there. We still kiss them. Oh my god! But honestly speaking, guys, we all need to honestly also talk about the elephant in the room, which we're going to touch later on, the quadruple. We need to talk about that. Because
Dude,
just to say,
My eyes is already swollen already.
are we going to talk about it later, or let's just address it now?
Let's just not talk about it, lah. Come on, man. Let's just not talk about it. It hurts too much, man. This will be a new kick to the balls, so to speak.
Guys, we need to be realistic. It might just happen, and when that happens, say bye-bye to 99. Say bye-bye to the club, because these suckers, we know them ever since we were born, and ever since we started watching football. They won't shut up about things. Imagine if they get the quadruple. We are hurting right now. Imagine how much it will hurt for the rest of our lives, because probably that ain't going to be emulated in a long, long time. And they did it first before anyone else. I'm just going to put it there.
So, Ayrton, this is where United fans, we are going to do our usual. We hope that the other teams get the job done for us. Spurs.
And
Conte,
when that
come on, do
happens,
it, Conte. Permanently. You're going to stitch it on the face, on the neck, permanently. Okay, we got a comment by Amir. Really worried about for Eric Ten Hag, as this bunch of players cannot be trusted since the players have thrown previous managers Mourinho, Ole under the bus. Okay, and then you got a comment by Splendid Spy. Guys, if Eric Ten Hag still plays Maguire, are we still backing him? If that does happen, right, meaning the board has control over the team, over what he does, his decision making, one of the players.
100% I'm going
Most
to be
definitely.
correct.
That happens, right? I mean, I totally lose my respect for Eric Ten Hag. Maybe if just say he has a new plan of formation, he wants to try out for maybe 1-2 games, it's still okay. But if Maguire performs like his usual standards and Eric Ten Hag still plays him continuously, then yes, we have a huge problem. We have a very, very big problem.
Which is
Which is the manager is an issue lah. The manager will be asking for his head lah early on lah. Right? And we will
And
okay.
then after
I
that,
know what
Rooney,
you want. I know what you want. We get Carrick back in or
no,
early back in.
no. My
We
problem,
get
my,
another club legend to ruin their career lah. Get in Rooney, and then
No,
after Rooney probably we going for Pep Guardiola, and we ruin Pep Guardiola also. Why not
Pija,
Klopp
go
after
ahead.
that?
Pija, go ahead.
No, my problem in terms of that statement yang mengatakan just because Eric Ten Hag main Maguire, there's something wrong with the board. Memanglah kita memang dah tahu board memang something wrong. But then suddenly kita kata just because Eric Ten Hag main Maguire, suddenly kita think Eric Ten Hag tak ada kuasa kepada pasukan yang bawah dia.
Pija. Your comment that one, don't you think, right, that the board is now actually telling the managers? I mean, okay, we can all speculate what's the reason that Maguire is playing despite his poor performance, but don't you think, I mean, the more realistic kind of excuse for this, the board wants to play Maguire so that he can get somewhat of a value before we get rid of him, before we sell him.
Okay, another angle I want to ask. The reason kenapa Eric Ten Hag still main Maguire, because Maguire perform dekat dalam training. Sebab macam saya cakap lah, kita hanya nampak Maguire 2 jam seminggu. Eric Ten Hag, the manager, diorang nampak these players for 7 days tau. Maksudnya diorang spend masa bersama. So there's
Tapi
something.
bro,
I disagree.
bro.
Pija, I
Kita
love
think-
you, but I disagree.
Pija,
Dude. How can
remember you said that 5 players at the back. Who is he
Yeah.
playing against? Who is Harry Maguire playing against? So you want to compare Harry Maguire performing well in training, playing against donkeys?
True.
Especially, but when he performs badly against top world-class proven players, and then you say, but he performed well in training. What? Who is he playing against in training? Marcus Rashford.
Pija, this one I really have to disagree with you, bro. I love you a lot, but I have to disagree with you. What is important? What happens in the pitch or what happens in the football field for the 90 minutes that you mentioned? Which is the one that carries the club? It's not what happens in the training ground. Sorry, in the training ground. The training ground, again, like what Ayrton mentioned, you are playing pretty much against with your own squad. Like he said, proper strikers. Which proper striker do we have at this moment? Marcel is not here. Who is going to challenge Harry Maguire? No lah. Okay. Another example, kita tengok lah. Sancho has been performing dekat the league, during league game, week in, week out. Bukanlah kata week in, week out, but at least nampak dia boleh perform dalam masa league. Suddenly, the biggest game of the season, just because Ilanga perform masa training, dia main Ilanga. Kenapa? Why is it Rafrani play Ilanga instead of Sancho? Sancho should be the one yang main first 11 masa lawan Liverpool semalam. Then suddenly because of Ilanga, dia perform kat training, dia mainkan Ilanga. Kenapa dia tak mainkan Sancho?
Exactly. And Sancho has more experience.
Yeah, true. Biggest game. Sancho ada dah main dekat Bundesliga.
And then put it this way, when Sancho came in second half, we could see that
The 10-15 minutes.
he was basically one of the he's probably 45 minutes. He's probably one of the best player on the pitch for United.
So pada kesimpulannya, Ralph Ragnick bodoh lah.
Memang.
So that's what you're trying to say lah. This is only agenda lah. That's why lah. That's why you speak. Oh, bukan Oli.
My argument is that kenapa sebab kita hanya nampak players ni 2 jam seminggu. The manager dia nampak everything. So surely there's something yang memang player-player ni buat yang menyebabkan diorang dipilih bermain setiap minggu tau. There's something that mungkin lah kata.
Pija. Your statement, your reasoning for this one, right? This applies for all the players, including Harry Maguire.
Yeah,
Including Harry Maguire.
Not just Harry Maguire. For all the players yang memang tak perform. Marcus Rashford, dia tak perform in game, but then in training, Rafrani ada cakap dalam press conference, dia mengatakan Marcus Rashford perform masa training. That's why dia pilih Marcus Rashford main masa liga.
How about Harry Maguire? I don't remember him saying anything about Harry Maguire. And he actually mentioned that the way that we defend, no other teams in the Premier League actually defend like us. You know, he actually put out statements like that.
Oh, but that's
He
true. That's
actually
true.
said that. He actually said
Of
that.
course,
He
sir.
actually said that.
That's true. I mean,
He
like,
said
I
that,
betul.
and
I dengar
and then
betul.
in that case, he obviously cannot come up and say that, oh, this guy is a flop because Harry Maguire cost 80 million. If I'm the manager, I come up and say that, that's the end, man. No one is going to buy Harry Maguire. So I would argue that what they are trying to do now, as much as possible, they hope that Harry Maguire will pick up some form, hopefully score some headers, some goals. They will promote him the best thing since sliced bread, and they will try to move him on. That is
The
what
only
I
form he's
feel
going to
lah.
pick up is basically the transfer form and sign it and get out of the bloody club lah.
That's the problem. Nobody wants to buy him, Smurf. Nobody wants to buy him.
We don't need.
I mean,
we don't need back any. It's not our money. It's not your money, Dom. It's not my money. We have paid our fair share. We have bought original merchandise from MUFC. So basically, there's not a problem. Just donate him away lah. Just donate him. We don't need the money back for Maguire. Take
I
him
mean,
and go.
honestly, let's cut our losses, lah. I mean, we can.
Cut the losses.
Yes, I
Let's
would
see.
agree.
Let's see, like United as a country, and we are the taxpayers. Right now, we buy the jerseys, buy the merchandise. We are kind of the taxpayers. So cut our losses. Seriously, it was a bad investment from the start. Let's just go. You know, like if just to say we need another season more to buy a decent defender, so be it. Because it's even worse to keep that donkey, that Buatan, in our squad, the $80 million most expensive fridge on the planet.
Okay,
Any idea where is Ed Woodward going to go to be the next CEO in which club?
Cricket. He's going to go
whichever
cricket.
club I think he has to stay in football, bro, because he will probably pay us 120 million for Maguire.
To buy back. No, cricket. Maguire can play cricket. Go and play cricket.
Boleh juga.
Michael Jordan actually went and played baseball or something, right? Maguire, you should do that. You can do that, brother. You can do that. You got the
But Ed
power. in
Woodward,
you.
wherever he goes, he probably will make that the profit tenfold, but won't perform on the pitch. But the value of the club and the marketing revenue is going to grow up tenfold. So kudos to Ed Woodward for that. But thanks for leaving us in a mess, Ed Woodward. Seriously, thank you so much for leaving whatever that matters on the football pitch in a bloody mess.
Okay, guys, a quick one, all right, before we end this segment, right? All right, there's, I think, a recent news quite before we actually went live, that actually the chief scout and also head of global scouting was actually, I think, sacked by Manchester United. So do you think that this is Eric Ten Hag, slowly getting his power into play? And then do you see this as a positive kind of thing? I'm going to ask Smurf, do you think this is a smoke screen, or is actually we are somehow taking some baby steps to the correct direction?
I think we would actually start with baby steps, but before the baby can actually make 10 steps, the board is going to step in and they're going to override whoever the manager is going to come in. And we're going to go through the same cycle once or again. So for me, yeah, you can sack, these guys can leave, but Eric Ten Hag can come in and he can bring in his people, his scouting people. But at the end of the day, I still believe deep down inside me that the board is untrustworthy, the owners are untrustworthy, and we all know that they will step in after some time and the shit is just going to hit the ceiling once again. And then we'll go for Wayne Rooney, and after that, probably Carrick after that lah.
Our best
No, I mean we are
on
a club
paper
that
so
we destroy careers, we destroy managers' careers. I mean, look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, look at Jose Mourinho. He was a fine manager, or Jose Mourinho. But what happened is the board did not believe in him, did not support him. Well, they believe more in Pogba, who basically played 10 minutes against Liverpool and walked off the bloody pitch. And now this is exactly what's happening.
Okay, and guys, with that, wait, I gotta read this out first. Okay, Justin Sean. Finally, we can all agree Marcel was not the problem. Justice for AM9. Okay, and with that, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this live. All right, like usual, please like, share, subscribe, comment away, and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, you want to put on your helmet or not, Smurf?
Oh, helmet.
Okay, we'll see you guys. Good night.
Okay, guys.